As the gentle light of spring spills across the countryside, our little cottage awakens with a breath of fresh air. In today's tour, we're stepping inside a world of rustic charm and understated elegance, where soft beige and gentle gray tones weave together a story of comfort, nostalgia, and timeless beauty. Let's begin this cozy journey. Beige and gray may seem simple, but together they create a palette that feels like walking through misty fields and sun-warmed stone paths. These hues mirror nature's subtle tones, grounding every space in calmness. The goal isn't to impress with color, it's to soothe the soul and invite you to linger longer. As you step into the cottage, the entryway greets you with weathered wooden hooks, a woven jute rug, and a vintage mirror framed in distressed gray. A narrow bench painted in soft beige invites you to sit and unlace your boots. The scent of fresh-cut lavender completes the warm, rustic welcome. In the living room, layers of soft textiles tell the story of rustic comfort. Think chunky knit throws, linen slipcovers, and vintage pillows stitched with faint floral embroidery. The beige sofa and gray accent chairs form a foundation that makes every texture pop, creating a space that feels both lived in and loved. A small cottage always has a heart, and here it's the stone fireplace. Painted in a pale gray wash, it balances the warmth of beige walls. Above it, a reclaimed wooden mantel holds ceramic vases, faded books, and an antique clock, every piece carrying whispers of stories from another time. In the dining nook, soft gray chairs surround a round farmhouse table draped in a linen runner. The table setting mixes bone-white plates and tarnished silverware, while a vintage vase filled with spring blooms adds life to the neutral palette. The space invites slow breakfasts and evening conversations that last for hours. Lighting transforms mood, and here, it's all about warmth and intimacy. A wrought iron chandelier with soft candle bulbs glows above, while old brass sconces reflect off beige plaster walls. Together, they create an amber haze that softens edges and fills every corner with the quiet glow of nostalgia. In the tiny kitchen, beige cabinets meet a weathered gray backsplash of handmade tiles. Open shelving displays earthenware, chipped mugs, and glass jars filled with herbs and grains. Every imperfection feels intentional, every scratch tells a story, and together they form the perfect rustic rhythm for daily life. Open shelves are not just for storage, they're storytelling stages. In this cottage, a collection of gray stoneware bowls, beige pitchers, and aged copper pots fills the shelves in curated imperfection. The trick lies in balance, enough variation to feel human, but enough repetition to keep the eye calm. A small breakfast nook by the window feels like a quiet sanctuary. Linen curtains in dove gray flutter in the morning breeze. A ceramic teapot and freshly baked scones rest on a weathered tray. Sunlight filters through, painting everything in golden beige, proof that simple pleasures are the essence of spring. Walls are the backdrop of your decor story. In this cottage, a mix of shiplap, aged plaster, and faded wallpaper add texture and depth. The tones of gray and beige transition seamlessly from one room to another, giving the entire home a cohesive, time-worn charm that feels both soft and intentional. The bedroom embraces a gentle calm with its soft gray headboard and creamy linen bedding. A crocheted beige throw cascades across the end of the bed, while antique nightstands hold vintage lamps. The muted palette encourages rest, reflection, and that sense of slow living we crave but rarely find. Tucked beneath a dormer window, the reading nook is a dreamy retreat. A plush gray armchair, a small rustic side table, and a stack of old novels invite quiet hours of escape. Beige linen curtains diffuse the afternoon light, wrapping the entire space in a soft, golden tranquility. In the bathroom, simplicity reigns supreme. A pedestal sink with brushed nickel fixtures pairs beautifully with a gray beadboard wall. Above it, a vintage mirror with worn edges reflects soft candlelight. Beige towels neatly folded on open shelves bring warmth to the cool tones, creating balance and serenity. Even in a neutral world, a touch of green breathes life. Delicate eucalyptus stems, potted herbs, and wildflowers in glass jars add quiet vibrancy without breaking the palette. The greenery not only enlivens beige and gray but also echoes nature's renewal, the true spirit of springtime. Every item in the cottage has a past, a chipped vase, a faded painting, a time-worn trunk at the foot of the bed. These vintage treasures are more than decor, they're fragments of history. Their patina and imperfections bring authenticity, grounding the home in both nostalgia and personality. Textiles are the secret to coziness. In spring, lightweight throws, linen drapes, and cotton cushions in shades of oatmeal and smoke gray replace heavier winter fabrics. The softness of texture, more than color, creates that inviting sense of comfort every rustic home should exude. In a tiny cottage, every piece must earn its place. Functional beauty is the rule: baskets for storage, trays for organization, hooks for hanging. Each accessory carries charm but also serves a purpose. This thoughtful balance of practicality and aesthetics keeps the small space uncluttered and deeply personal. Step outside, and the same palette continues. A wooden bench painted in driftwood gray, beige linen cushions, and terracotta pots filled with herbs tie the interior and exterior together. This seamless flow between inside and out reminds us that rustic living is not about walls, it's about harmony with nature. As we close our tiny cottage spring tour, we're reminded that true beauty lies in simplicity. Soft beige and gray decor isn't about trend, it's about timelessness, warmth, and authenticity. Whether you're redecorating or just dreaming, may these 25 ideas inspire you to slow down, breathe deeply, and create your own quiet haven.